Hello and welcome to the last video of my Rookie 2023 series, and probably one of the last videos I'll have covering 2023 in hindsight. We're going to go over several supports here. There weren't many rookie supports this past year that played a significant amount of games. There are a couple I didn't include on here, like Jerry and Bunny from the LPL, and I think the LCK Way was a player that played a game for KT. But otherwise, the majority of players just didn't play. I mean, the majority of supports were regular players. They weren't rookies. So with that in mind, we're just going to quickly go over this. There aren't many stats. So Zora, for Anyone's Legend, he also played with. Actually, no, he just played with Anyone's Legend and returned to Rare Atom this offseason. At 20 years old, had 39 games played. 2-3 KDA, 71 6 KP. Died a lot. That's going to happen at support naturally, but also when you're a rookie. 127 damage per minute and 12 champions played. Unfortunately, the support stats are not given to us from the LPL on Game of Legend. We have Feather, 20 years old from Rare Atom. He's split with Baolan in summer. I try to sound so confident with that, huh? So, in summer, after playing with JDG's LDL team, we just went over 1XN yesterday. They split that group up, and Feather went to Rare Atom and struggled. But a rookie, 28 games, 2-3 KDA, 74 9 KP, 140 DPM. So we can compare the two directly, right? Same KDA, but Feather a little more involved, a little more damage as a result, and 10 champions played. Now Feather is with 1XN once more on Thunder Talk. Lele, so he's 23 years old, and that's something to consider here. 3 years older than the others, as well as somebody that learned under Ming on RNG. These stats are a bit tainted, so he didn't play the majority of a split. I'm just trying to fill here with Lele and Bible and even Moham, to be honest with you, on this board. There really was not many. Were not many. Andal. Actually, I think Andal played the majority of the games for KDF in summer. Nevertheless, there are a few players on here that I used to fill because the support position was so, rookie lacking. So Lele, 17 games, majority with FPX, 2.8 KDA, 77 2 KP, very involved. Over 3 out of every 4 kills. And 239 damage per minute. And you're going to say, why the hell is it so high? The majority of these stats are from Spring. And Spring, if you recall, was an 80 carry oriented meta. So Ashe support, things like that, boosting vision score. Damage per minute. Sorry, the 80 carry meta. Heimerdinger meta in the support role. Vision score we don't have, but that is also affected by things that we do have to think about. 8 champions playing 17 games for Lele. FPX wasn't great, and when he was replaced by Chow Chow, the team got better. So something to note. Andal, 21 years old for KDF, played in summer and was extended after this split, which I think is interesting. 20 games played, a 1-3 KDA, 64 9 KP, and you're going to say, yeah, but he's a rookie. And yeah, he was. KDF, a disaster. Excuse me, a disaster. Andal takes the job from June, and if you look at him compared to everybody else on the board, he looks a bit out of place, right? Died a lot, still had a 65 KP, so died before the kills even came in. 127 damage per minute, 2.83 vision score per minute, would place 8 wards every 5 minutes, a control ward every other minute, clear 3 wards every 10 minutes, and 7 champions played. Now we can directly compare him to Moham. Moham played with KDF majority in Spring. 21 games played, 21 years old as well. 2-7 KDA, 73 6 KP, 200 damage per minute. That damage coming from a result of the meta. Didn't die as much, was more involved. Frankly, better than Andal in a direct comparison. 304 vision score per minute, 172 wards placed per minute, so nearly 9 wards every 5 minutes. over a control ward every other minute, almost cleared one ward every other minute. That's something important, right? We're hearing a lot about at the end of the year, control wards being a waste. A lot of people improperly using them, just filling their item slots with them and not utilizing them properly is the gist of it. The gold return is not there. You're not actually getting something out of it effectively. Now, of course, control wards aren't the only way to clear wards, but I feel like if we compare control ward purchases to clearing wards, if those numbers are close, that's a good sign, right? That means somebody's vision's actually effective. They're finding other wards to clear. 11 champions played in 21 games, which is a lot. Also, something to note, too, and I think that it does beg the question, you really don't want to be the one clearing the wards if you're the support. You want to give that to that little bit of gold maybe to the AD carry or mid laner or whoever else but you. So that's a thing also. Bible, 24 years old and is retired now. Played with D Plus for 13 games this past summer as they really struggled to find an identity. Their macro and shot calling was atrocious. Kellen got benched. He probably shouldn't have, but they felt like that was the only thing they could do to get the shot calling fixed because Bible had been shot calling for their challengers roster. And then Kellen wasn't the same after that. So a lot of people say Kellen stinks. I think that he is better than a lot of people give him credit for. Has been one of the top three, I would say one of the top three most consistent supports across the last 2 years in the LCK. So 67 1 KP, 28 KDA, 113 damage per minute, summer meta. So Lulu, Nami, things like that. I don't know if Nami's there, but Lulu definitely was. In his champion pool. 328 vision score per minute, placed over 9 wards every 5 minutes. 3 control wards every 5 minutes, and cleared 2 wards every 5 minutes. So the vision score was high because he placed a shit ton of wards. 6 champions played in those 13 games. And then lastly, we have Busio. Busio, 20 years old, one of the brightest young players in the LCS, a player that I hope takes the next step next year, but we'll see. It will be his sophomore year. 20 years old, 100 Thieves, played 51 games alongside Doublelift. To put in perspective, actually, we'll talk about that at the end. 3-3 KDA, 78 1 KP, 156 damage per minute. That's pretty good, right? We're looking at the other rookies on here. Pretty good KDA. Very involved, most involved player on the board. Almost 4 out of every 5 kills. 156 damage per minute. 297 vision score per minute. Would place almost 8 wards every 5 minutes, but 2 control wards every 5 minutes, right? So not investing gold into the control wards, clearing 1 ward every 3 minutes. And then lastly, and this is the big notable thing for me, 17 champions in 51 games. In his first game, he played Azir support, or at least in his first weekend. Was that a disaster? Yes. Was it awful? Yes. Do I give him credit for having the gumption to do that? Hell yes, I do. That's the sort of attitude that you need to have if you're going to be a Western player to possibly have any chance of being competitive on the international stage. Does that mean he will be? No. But does that mean he at least has the mentality and willingness to try to do something different in an attempt to create an advantage? That's a big deal. That's a big deal to me. Now, he's a good player. He's super good, and I'm really interested to see how he does on FlyQuest this upcoming year. Probably, I would say he's the best support of the year. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Maybe I am, and somebody will say in the comments, "Oh, this player played so many games. How'd you miss him?" And honestly, I don't know if it's because I've been sick the last couple days that for some reason I would miss supports here, but it really feels like there was like no support rookies. So, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.